Yo, what's up, people? Welcome back. Today I'm having an ORAS OU Wi-Fi battle versus YungMatti, a YouTuber that I found in my showdown, and we had a really nice battle. I see he has a really threatening team. I know that he has that Cloud Striker, it's Specs. He has a Zeb Striker. I've never seen a Zeb Striker in Wi-Fi battles before. He has the special defensive and defensive monsters, Gliscor and Umbreon, and freaking Haluchas are always fun to deal with, and so are Trevenants. So I'm actually very wary of this team, but I'm pretty sure I can handle it. So let's go ahead and get started with the battle. So I don't see any spinners or defoggers on this team, so I'm gonna go ahead lead off with my freaking Galvantula as he leads off with his Cloudster. I'm already wondering about his matchup because I can get a Thunder off on this thing, but I don't really want to go for a Thunder and get confused since I don't have Compound Eye. So I'm going to go for Sticky Webs, slow down the team. I want to go ahead and get up my hazards as they will help me a lot. So he does get the Water Pulse, knock me down to my Sash, but unfortunately I get confused. So I really wanted to get some damage off on this thing because I didn't see myself knocking this thing out in one hit with anybody other than probably Galvantula. But he actually makes a nice play and switched into his Zebra Cakes right here, his Zeb Striker, and I don't get hit by the confusion. I go for the Thunder, and he does get the Motor Drive, giving him that speed boost. And I'm pretty sure I can move faster than him with the Stealth Rock, not the Stealth Rocks, with the Sticky Webs. So I go for the Bug Buzz, but I do get hit in the confusion. That's unfortunate, and he does go for the Pursuit. So I'm going to take this time to actually go out into my Landorus, because my Landorus can intimidate this thing and shut this thing down. He goes for a Pursuit, so I'm sure this thing is physical. So I know that he is going to switch out into his Gliscor. His Gliscor is the only thing that can switch into this thing. So I'm actually going to go ahead and set up my Stealth Rocks, since I really don't want any free switches in, and I got all my hazards up. And at this point I know that my Landorus is slower because I run max HP and attack. So he does outspeed me, go for the Toxic, and I am going to go for a slow U-turn just to get some switch initiative. So I go for the U-turn, get a little bit of damage. That does nothing. He's going to recover that next turn. So I'm actually going to go out into my Greninja as I see that this thing can't handle a Greninja. This is the only counter that I have for this thing. I need my Greninja for this freaking Gliscor. I have 4 physical attackers on my team, and one of my special attackers is dead. Even then, my special attacker can't do much to Gliscor. So I'm going to go with my Greninja. I see nothing wrong with going for Scald. I kind of wanted to go for Ice Beam, but I thought going for Scald Burns would be the best opportunity. But he does switch into Umbreon, and at this point I'm like, please don't burn, please don't burn, please don't burn. But unfortunately it burns. It's going to synchronize over to my Greninja, so now my Greninja is taking freaking residual damage, which I really didn't want. But at least this Umbreon is taking residual damage too. So I had a choice. I could stay in, go for a gunshot, or try to at least wear this thing down. But I felt there was no need to. I don't want my Greninja taking any unnecessary damage from this thing is stalling it out, because I know it's burn. Physical attacks won't do it, gunshot won't do much, or none of his special attacks will do much. As he goes for Wish. So he goes for Wish, and I really wanted to go for a Dragon Dance, but I felt that it would be better just to not play around this thing and go straight for the Mega Evolve. So my King Fluff right here is going to Mega Evolve and just become super fluffy, living up to his name, King Fluff right here. And I'm just going to go straight for a Frustration. As he doesn't protect it, he is probably predicting my Dragon Dance. And I do get that Frustration off and kill this huge threat to my team. And it's a very huge threat. As now he goes out into his Gliscor. I can't do much to his Gliscor. He probably figured that out because I do have Frustration. So I'm going to switch him out into Greninja. My Greninja is burned. He can't be Toxic. So I'm going to go straight into my Greninja as he does go for the Toxic. And I can go straight for an Ice Beam now. I really don't want to play around and have this thing be special defensive and live the Scald. As he does switch out and he goes into his Cloudster. And this is actually unfortunate. So he gets stuck in the webs, takes some Stealth Rock damage, I go for the Ice Beam. I change it to Ice type. You know the whole process of Greninja. So I go for the Ice Beam, and he actually gets frozen. That is very unfortunate because I don't want to leave this thing in. I don't want it to take any extra burn damage. So if I would have switched out, something would have died to this Choice Spec monster. So I'm going to go into my Weavile now. I know it's frozen, and I really hope that it stayed frozen because I kind of do need my Weavile. As he does stay frozen, and I'm just going to go straight for a knockoff and knock this thing out. And that is a dead Kaitsu. I don't have to worry about this threat right here. As now he can actually go into his Ray Ray, which is his Hawlucha. I can do nothing to this Hawlucha. This Hawlucha is a huge problem. I really don't want to play around with it, so I'm going to go straight into my Landorus and intimidate this thing. I don't want it going for the Swords Dance or anything like that. As I do get the Intimidate off, and he actually decides to go for a Sky Attack. Now I'm figuring that he's a freaking White Herb, Power Herb, or yeah, Power Herb. And he's going to go straight for the Sky Attack, and that does a lot of damage considering that he's at -1 and he doesn't have any boost. And my Landorus is more of it has max HP. So I'm just sitting here taking some damage, and I really can't touch this thing. I don't have any rock type moves, so he decides to go for a Swords Dance. I decided to go for a slow U-turn so I can get some switch initiative, see what it wants to do. And I'm actually going to go out into my King Fluff because I know my King Fluff can take one attack. That's at least what I thought. I was sure that my King Fluff could take an attack from this thing at +1. As it goes for an Acrobatics, and it barely lives at 17. And I was able to go for the Frustration. If it wasn't for that 17 HP, this thing probably would have swept me, and I would have lost. So thank you, King Fluff, for surviving. As now he's going to go out into his Gliscor. This Gliscor does wall my King Fluff. I don't really have anybody I want to switch out into. So I'm going to go straight for the Frustration. I don't want to switch out into Greninja in case he predicts that and goes for an Earthquake. As he does go for an Earthquake, don't know if he was predicting or just trying to just kill my King Fluff off. As he does kill my King Fluff. Well, he doesn't kill it. That's dark. He knocks out my King Fluff. And this Gliscor is a problem. So I'm actually going to go out into my Greninja once again. And I went for the Scald this time. It's low and nobody wants to take a Scald and get burned. So actually, through this whole game, I was just using one move, hoping that this thing would hoping that he was thinking that I was Scarf, which actually worked out. I kept going for Scald. He protect the Scout for which move I went to, and he did switch out into his Trevenant to take an incoming Scald. As I didn't want to go for an Ice Beam, thinking that he had predicted and he'd know that I'm not Scarfed. So I'm gonna go for a Scald right here, and I'm not gonna get the burn. I'm just gonna tell you right here. I go for Scald. I was kind of hoping for a burn, just in case this thing barely lived. And he actually has leftovers. I haven't seen a Trevenant with leftovers in so long. As now I revealed that I'm going to reveal that I'm actually Expert Belt Greninja, and I'm going to go straight for an Ice Beam and knock this thing out. Pretty much getting rid of all the... I'm just slowly knocking out his Pokemon until I reach his Gliscor. So this is Trevenant down. I think he only has 2 Pokemon left. He has his Zebstrika and his Gliscor. So he goes out into his Zebra Case, his Zebstrika, and it's going. I don't want to play around with this thing. Go for a Dark Pulse. It doesn't kill, and he knocks out my Greninja. And he has a whole bunch of fun stalling my team out. Dear God, if I can learn how to talk. But I'm gonna go straight into my Weavile, sacking him off because I really don't want my Greninja taking any damage. As he actually shows that he has Quick Attack, and I'm glad I didn't stay in because he would have probably destroyed my life with Gliscor since the rest are physical attackers. As he goes for another Quick Attack, and that's doing so much damage, I'm going to go for a knockoff, kill this Zebstrika, and it actually knocks off a Choice Band. That is amazing. I've never seen a Choice Band Zebstrika. And this is the funny part. He goes out into his Gliscor. I knew that my Weavile wasn't going to survive because it's like, this thing is defensive as fucking. My Weavile is jolly, but I go for the Ice Shard and it kills with a critical hit. And that's just nice. Weavile finishing up with that crit. And it's just showing, and it lives that life orb damage. That's nice. So that's a good game, YungMatti. I'm going to put the link in the description. Go over to his channel, show some love to my channel. God damn it. Show some love to my channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And I'm near 100 subscribers. So once I hit 100 subscribers, I'm actually going to have a giveaway. And I'm going to give away 10 Pokemon. So thanks for watching. And it's always I suck at saying, but I should have ended it. Thanks for watching. So thanks for watching.